Alright, hello there everybody, and welcome back to the NAGA Offseason tournament here. Kicking off with some Tier 2 action, we have DC taking on Wichita in this one. We will look at the performances by these teams last year. DC 1-11. They were the original owners, that is, of the number 1 overall pick. Wichita being the 16th. DC minus 221 point differential. They did not win a single game in their division, which was the deciding factor of them getting the number 1 pick. They were dead last in offense, 22nd in pass, 30th in rushing, dead last in defense, 31st in passing, last in rushing. Wichita, on the other hand, did pretty well, just missed the playoffs though. They were 6-6, minus 31 point differential. They were 27th in total offense, 23rd in pass, 22nd in rushing. But where they really shined was their defense, 11th, 7th against the pass, and 23rd against the run. So we will see how these two teams do here in Wichita. DC with a 68% chance to win this one. 3 out of 4 taking them to win. We will see how they do. We are off to Folds of Honor Stadium in Wichita. DC owned by longtime owner Emilio, and Wichita owned by Stover. Wichita has won the coin toss. They will take the ball. And we will begin here, as Theo Klein will get us started here. Jaden Thomas waiting for the kick. Or actually, excuse me, it's not Jaden Thomas. I have the wrong team. But, or in my head rather, it is Ace Goins. My bad. Forgot I had changed that. Yep, it is Ace Goins. It is not Jaden Thomas. It used to be Jaden Thomas when I was doing my practice sims. But nope, it is now Ace Goins. Graham Hull at quarterback for Wichita hands it to Jalen Ward-Thomas to pick up the first down. Ward-Thomas, a superstar dev, was the 2nd overall pick 2 years ago out of Coastal Carolina. Hull, feeling the pressure, has to throw it away, incomplete. Some notables for Wichita: no more Kayvon Green on this roster, but they did get Khalil McFadden, formerly of San Diego, to play that wide receiver 2 spot. He's wearing number 3. Of course, you have Tariq Wright from last year, Ward-Thomas we already mentioned, and the tight end there is a newcomer, a rookie. Marquise Randall was a first-round pick out of Nebraska, number 81 in black for Wichita. Ward-Thomas picks up the first down. 2 backs in the backfield. That's Orlando Burnett. He'll take the carry. Has enough for the first down. Ward-Thomas on the run. Good for 10. That is going to be actually marked short. So it'll be 2nd down and short here. 3 wideouts and a Randall lined up in the slot. Burnett on the run. And that is good enough to move the sticks. Ball at the 26 now for the Wranglers. Hull going to scramble here on first down and has enough. 12 yards picked up there. A toss play. It's Ward Thomas on the carry. Picks up 5. Another handoff. Ward Thomas. Looks to have enough. No, he'll actually be short. Good stop there, short of the sticks by DC. 3rd and inches, Burnett in the backfield. He will take the carry and have enough for the first. First and goal at the 3 for Wichita. Ward Thomas on the carry. He'll go into the end zone. Touchdown, Wranglers. Casey Bueller on to add the extra point. Clevenger on the hold, and the kick is good. So Wichita will strike first here. And we will get to see the DC offense for the first time. Bueller kicks. Carson Parker on the return. Parker stopped there, number 30 on the tackle. That is Davian Conley on special teams. Damian Clinkscales at quarterback, former El Paso Toro. 85 overall, star dev at just 28 years of age out of Vanderbilt. Oh, wide open target, and he overthrew him. That was intended, I believe, for Ja'Cory Rowland. He just airmailed that. Second down and 10. Clinkscales to throw, incomplete that time. Good defense by Marquise Brinson. Third and 10 coming up here. Clinkscales to throw. Has a man deep. It's dropped, I believe. Yeah, Cyrus Strickland. Not able to hang on to that. That is one that he for sure wants back. Luke Carlisle, the veteran puncher, on to punt it away. And Goins will not return this, it looks like. Punt down at the 19. Hull back to work. 2 tight end set. They'll toss it. Ward Thomas. Second down and 6. Ward Thomas averaging 6 yards a carry so far. He does have a touchdown as well. Last play of the first quarter is a catch for Khalil McFadden. First one in the new Wichita Threads. And 7-0 Wranglers after 1 quarter. Third and short here for Hull and company. Handoff, Ward Thomas has enough. First and 10 at the 30. Hull going to escape the pocket and take the yardage. Call that a gain of 5. Bunch set now to the right side of Hull. That's Randall, Isaiah Finney, and McFadden. Hull airing it out deep on the corner route. It's knocked away. Good defense by linebacker Max Gustafson. Shotgun set. Randall in the slot on 3rd and 5. Hull to throw. Quickly over the middle. Complete. It's Tariq Wright. First down picked up for Wichita. A counter play on first down. Ward Thomas has a lot of room inside the 30, and he is gone. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Wranglers. 58 yards. Extra point is up and good. And how about the game so far for Jalen Ward-Thomas? The guy who has not generated many headlines as of late. He's kind of gone under the radar. So is this entire team, to be honest. But hopefully they'll change this year. Looks like Ward-Thomas, I mean, granted, this is the DC defense, no offense. But, maybe Jalen Ward-Thomas can surprise us this year. I certainly hope so. He's definitely capable. New drive for DC here, down 14. It'll be Ray Jeter, the ball carrier. Getting his starting reps this year as Sherwin Crockett regresses and continues to regress. Also got Traquan Northington, I believe, as their backup. So may get to see him. Yep, they do indeed. The 81 overall star dev out of Samford. Traquan Northington, former Reno Raptor and one-time St. Louis Sentinel, is going to be stuffed here. Derek Irwin, the linebacker, on the stop. A punt for Carlisle. Goins will return it. And he'll be stopped at the 34 of Wichita. New drive, another dual running back set here for Hull. They will hand it to Burnett. Two-minute warning is upcoming. A handoff to Ward-Thomas. Markham just short of the first. It'll be third and about an inch or so. Hull to throw. Has a target. It's Tariq Wright. That is hauled in. Stop made by Robert Graham. And that will be good enough for a first down for Wichita. Another two tight end set. They'll pass here. Looking for Randall. It's incomplete. Good defense by the linebacker, Jeremiah Wilkes. Another two tight end set, 2nd and 10. Hull will pass. Deep, left side, Tariq Wright, another catch. Jeremiah Wilkes on the stop. And that puts him in goal line territory here at the 8. First and goal, Hull. End zone, touchdown. There's Isaiah Finney cashing in. And this lead just keeps growing for the Wranglers. Bueller on the kick, Parker on the return from his end zone here. Return to about the 22.5. Clink Scales to throw, has a target, it's Cyrus Strickland hauling it in. And that is good enough for the first as DC uses timeout number 2 of the first half. First down at their own 48. Clink Scales going to throw, incomplete. Good coverage by veteran DB Deontay Battle. Second and 10. Clink Scales throwing, and what a catch as Strickland spins around to grab that one. First and 10 at the Wichita 25. Clink Scales, end zone here, or close to it. Roland now with the grab, and they are deep inside Wichita territory now, all the way down to the 1. First and goal. Can they punch it in? Yes! A passing TD for Clinkscales finds Ja'Cory Roland for 6. Klein on the point after. It's good. Wichita still holding on to a lead here, but not as much as last drive. DC finds a way to get on the scoreboard here. Goins on the return. And that will be taken out to the 25, where the stop is made by Dominic Jacobs. Hull to throw under pressure, getting it out deep, and that's knocked away. Good defense by James Givens there. Second-year Elite Dev safety out of Arkansas. 16 seconds to go now. Another incompletion. More good defense by this secondary. This time it's Jordan Damon. Long time Rocket. A handoff on third down. Ward Thomas will not get too far. And that will pretty much end the half. I do not believe Clevenger will get it off in time. He will not. 21-7. Pretty high scoring, considering our previous games. Bueller gonna boot it deep here to kick off half number 2. Carson Parker gonna be stopped there. New drive at the 23 for DC. Jeter on the carry. Good for 4. Second down, 6. Blitz coming. Pass is caught. Tight end Tyler Depew. Second-year man superstar development. Former second-round pick out of Purdue. 3rd and 3. Man in motion is Roland. Jeter in the backfield. They will give it to him. And he has enough for the first down. Stop made by 25, Davin Bunch. First overall pick last season out of Ole Miss. Clinkscales will throw. Check down here to Jeter. Breaks a tackle. Has the first down near midfield. Stop made there by number 0. It's Tony Whitfield. First down, Northington going nowhere. Good pressure there by Kevin Weingardner. The former Brooklyn Bandit and emerging superstar defensive end out of Iowa. 2nd and 14 now after the run. Clinkscales in the gun. He'll pass here. Under pressure, and there's a sack. Ronnie Williamson getting to him this time. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 22 here. Gonna go deep. Clinkscales incomplete. Good defense by Bunch. That'll force a DC punt. Carlisle on the boot. Goins says forget about it. This will roll inside the 15 and be down to about the 11. Hull gonna be going down here. Jeremiah Wilkes with the sack. Loss of 8. Backed up here in their own territory. 2nd and 18 from their own 3. Hull back to pass again. Has a pocket, has a target, and that is incomplete. James Givens with the swat down there. 3rd and 18. Hull will pass deep. Caught Tariq Wright. And that gets him some breathing room out to the 26. 4 catches on 4 targets today for Wright for 78 total yards. Ward Thomas on the run. First down at the 37. They go strong eye with Kenyon and Randall lined up on the same side of the field. They will run that way with Ward Thomas. Graham on the stop. Gain of 7 on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd and short. Hand off to Burnett. Has enough for the first. As this will likely end the 3rd quarter. It's a handoff. Ward Thomas. And that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. 5 more minutes of game time coming at you. 21-7, Wichita leads. It's been the Jalen Ward Thomas show so far. Averaging almost 9 yards per carry. Hull gonna scramble, has some room, and picks up a good chunk at 8 yards there. It'll be 3rd and 1 coming up. Hull. Handoff. Ward Thomas. Move those sticks. First down, Wichita. Go! Hull back in the pocket. Gonna air it out deep. Look out! That was almost intercepted. As Malcolm Riley getting a hand on that to knock it away. 2nd down. Hull gonna air it out in coverage. That is caught. And a face mask here. They're gonna decline that as Tariq Wright hauls that one in for the touchdown. Wichita's offense firing on all cylinders today. We will see if that transfers over to the regular season. Clink Scales trying to get any sort of offense going, and that will not help. A sack by Justin Snowden. Clink Scales, another sack. It's Snowden again. Have a drive. 2 sacks and 2 plays for Justin Snowden. And it's 3rd and forever. Clink Scales gonna try and convert it. Nope, incomplete. Deontay Battle on the coverage. 4th down, gotta have this. Clink Scales. Short here, and that pretty much sums up DC's offense today. Incomplete pass, turnover on downs, and tell me this is going to be fixed. Looks like the center and the right tackle are trying to get around each other here. Looks like it will be a delay of game. So, nobody's fault. Just Axis being Axis on that one. So it'll cost them 5, but it'll reset the formation. It'll be 1st and 15. Hull. Hands off to Ward Thomas. 2nd down and 12. After the penalty, so that gained 3. Another handoff. Ward Thomas right up the middle. Cuts back and gains 9. 3rd and 3 from just inside the 4. Ward Thomas again in the backfield. They will toss it his way, and he'll find the end zone. Touchdown, Wranglers. Go! Extra point is good by Bueller, and this is quite the rare sight. We've seen a team break 30 here with these new settings. 35-7 is the score we've got for you now. Carson Parker out to about the 20. Clint Scales will throw it. That pass is caught. First time we've called Brandon Guthrie's name today. Star Dev receiver, 6th-year man out of Indiana State. 2nd and 5. Clint Scales. Incomplete. As Guthrie couldn't hold on to that one. 3rd and 5 here. Clint Scales will throw it. And that's caught, hauled in by Depew. As we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the second half. 1st down at the 43. Clint Scales. Almost had Depew that time, but Derek Irwin, the linebacker in coverage, forces that incompletion. 2nd down for DC. Clint Scales again has a target. It's hauled in. Ja'Cory Rowland on the grab. Marquise Brinson on the tackle. DC calls their first of 3 timeouts. Ball at the 28 of Wichita. Clint Scales fires it quickly, and that's incomplete. Good defense by Tony Whitfield. Second and 10. Clint Scales to throw it. Pass is caught. Another catch for Rowland. And it'll be a 1st down. Clint Scales toward the end zone. It'll be Rowland catching it inside the 5 as DC uses their last timeout. Can they punch it in and get double digits here? They can't with that. That's incomplete. Looking in the direction, I believe, of Depew. 2nd down and goal. Clint Scales will throw toward the end zone. That is incomplete. Knocked down by Bunch. 3rd down and goal. Clint Scales to throw here toward the sideline, and that is caught. I don't know why the crowd is cheering for that, but sure. Cyrus Strickland finds himself in the end zone, and that will be the second score for DC. 35-14, and they will decide to go for the kickoff conversion here. Clinkscales on 4th and 12. It is incomplete. Brinson on the coverage. And that'll be a turnover. That'll pretty much do it for this one. As we've got some lineman troubles that have actually been figured out. So that's good to hear. Notable bug there for Danny to fix eventually. That's happened twice already today. But this will be it. 35-14 going to be your final score. Wichita will move on. Take a look at the final stats. It was all Jalen Ward-Thomas today, that's for sure. Barely got a running game going in Richmond. I keep calling them Richmond, it's DC. They used to be Richmond, that's why. Take a look at that. Not too much here. Clinkscales 12 of 25. Hall 7 of 14. It was just all Jalen Ward-Thomas. 3 rush TDs for him today, and Tariq Wright 5 for 116 in his score. And there is that. Look at the game stats here as well. Boom. DC's offense just pretty much non-existent today, I'll say. Besides scoring 14 points, just couldn't really get anything going, and their defense was no match for Jalen Ward-Thomas. So that's how that game will end. We will see you for the next one. Take care, folks.